What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of my YouTube channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about something that I see a lot of student pilots struggling with, which is talking to ATC, guys. Don't be afraid to communicate with the tower, guys. All right, I see a lot of student pilots make the mistake of having their CFI talk to the tower for them instead of actually talking to the tower themselves. And when you do that, when you do your solo, when you do your cross country, you're going to struggle with communicating with the tower, especially with doing all the things that you're supposed to do during your flights. And there's gonna be times when you talk to the tower during your solo and cross country, and they're gonna ask you to do something like make a 360, or they're gonna ask you to extend. And if you don't have that repetition of communicating with the tower, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, guys. So I recommend you guys practice. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about ATC giving you attitude, bro. They give attitude to you as a student pilot, no matter your rating, your certification, your licensing, bro. Sometimes you'll deal with ATC tower and they'll just give you attitude for no reason. I've literally had ATC people in the tower tell me, oh, you do your job and I'll do mine, for no reason, guys, because I made a simple mistake, like I'd say my full tail number instead of saying just the end of my tail number. So it's a common mistake I see a lot of student pilots make, and it's okay to make those mistakes. So don't be afraid to communicate with the tower and just be comfortable talking to them so that when you're doing your solo and your cross country, you have that repetition in already and you're not making your mistakes there for the first time, all right? All right, guys. Another thing that I recommend is, as a student pilot, when you're doing chair flying, when you're practicing your flights at home, practice communicating with the tower. You know, a lot of student pilots may be doing, what we call chair flying, where you sit in a chair and you practice all your different procedures, your checklists when you actually are starting a flight, and they leave out the ATC comms part, all right? There's a lot of things that you're gonna redundantly say over and over again as a student pilot. And if you write that down and do that when you're chair flying, it will be a lot easier to remember to do that when you're actually doing flights at your flight center, okay? All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.